My name is Michelle Keenan. I would have graduated from Fairfield in '04. I got married in 2011, so I guess my name is Butler right now, but you can refer to me as Keenan or Butler, whichever one you would prefer. I went to Fairfield undergrad, and then I went and stayed for my master's, but I didn't play rugby those years. I just went to school.
All right. Had you ever heard of rugby before Fairfield?
I had heard of it before, but I probably couldn't have told you much about it, other than that it's a bunch of people running around without helmets on. I would have joined the club in my second semester of my freshman year. I joined the ski team, and I guess it would have been right before second semester of freshman year, and a girl, Kara, on the team was also on the ski team, and she told me that if I enjoyed the ski team, I would love the rugby team. It was a bunch of girls just looking to have a good time, and I'd meet a bunch of friends, so I hopped on board and went to the first practice of the spring season with her, and stuck with it till the end of my senior year.
And what would you say that you liked the most about the club?
I would say the camaraderie. As a freshman, you come into the school and you meet your groups of friends and you meet your roommates and your classmates, but when you join a team, you meet people from different years who can advise you on what they've started as a freshman, and you meet a good group of people who are interested in the same things as you, and they teach you how to have a good time and still get your work done. And they show you different aspects of the school that you wouldn't have seen just from the people you met in class and going to your regular parties. They show you a little more of what the school has to offer. I think a lot of people probably didn't even know the women's team existed. We obviously already knew the men's team existed. The women's team, I would say we were kind of under the radar in that it wasn't like we won many games, and that wasn't even an issue to us. We were just more looking to get out there and have a good time. I mean, the men's team was very nice to us, but it wasn't like we were something that anybody came to watch. Our parents came often to watch, which was perfect. But as a team, we were more, we didn't have a coach, or the only advisement we really had was of our juniors and seniors on the team. So it was more of it was a club sport to the extent of a club sport. There was no faculty member at our practices. There was no coach at our practice. It was basically just up to our juniors and seniors to teach us the sport, show us what the sport was all about. And like I said, we kind of went under the radar, and to us that wasn't an issue. We didn't need any grand gestures of anything else. We were just there to have a good time and learn the sport of rugby as it went.
So did you have any kind of relationship with the men's team?
I think maybe they would play after us, so I believe it was after us, so we'd see them at their games, we'd go to some of the games, and then we'd both be at the drink-ups together, and that was pretty much the extent of the relationship there. But it was, and I said we'd be at our practices, and they'd be winning for the field after us, and we probably had a little more fun than they were at practice, so maybe they were a little jealous that we were all laughing and nobody was hurt after our practices. Some a little more intense than others. You never knew what was going to go on in our practices.
Did you guys scrimmage? Or?
Well, we scrimmaged against each other. Nobody ever wanted to get hurt, no.
Against each other?
Yeah, I said for freshman year or junior year, it was basically like learning the sport of rugby. Whereas I don't think any of the women, who I at least knew, had played rugby before. It was a lot of girls who had played sports in high school and weren't either looking for a varsity sport, or a varsity sport wasn't something that Fairfield was looking for in them. It was more that we all came from a background of playing sports in college. We knew how much we loved the camaraderie of the sport, but we weren't looking for a varsity sport with a varsity commitment. So it was a great place for us to kind of all start out on the ground level, and basically the practices were learning the sport, learning the scoring, learning how not to get hurt, and learning that, we're all just there to have a good time. So like I said, some days we did more running, some days we did more socializing. But the goal was just to learn the sport and then have fun with it. I played in the scrum, and I was a flanker for a little while. And then towards the senior year, I decided I wanted a position where I didn't have to get touched all that often. where nobody, yeah, where it wasn't as intense. I was like, I don't need to be squished anymore. It was scary with those big girls sometimes, the other teams. It was definitely one of the most contact sports I've ever played, I can tell you that much. We normally have the drink ups also at the point, similar to the guys' team. And often enough, the other teams would come back, whoever we played. And I said we didn't win many games, but we were much better at the drink up. We excelled in those games a lot better than we excelled on the actual field. And I said, like, coming in as a freshman or a sophomore, it was nice to go down to the beach and have a house to go to. It wasn't like you were going down and just walking around there looking for something. The older, teammates were always welcome to take you in and tell you what was going on. And then as you became a junior and senior, you did the same thing for your freshman and sophomore. So it really it made you feel that much more comfortable and welcome at the school, on campus, at the beach, and wherever else there was something going on. The tradition was to kind of take your freshmen and make them really feel like they were comfortable. Senior year, I didn't have a very important position, as in much job work, but I was the rookie captain, and my sister Janine was a freshman at the time, so it was nice to take her and her friends in and kind of show them what a team can do for your college experience. Really make you meet a large variety of people of all different. You're all looking for the same thing, as to have a good time, but they can show you different stuff that the school has to offer. Show you where everybody's having a good time, and show you that, you know what, you can have a good time. You can have your friends from your dorm, and you can have your friends from your rugby team, and really just, I said, like, the goal was basically to make your freshmen and sophomores know that Fairfield is a great school, and that look at all these girls you've met just by joining the team. And the team was very inclusive in that we had tall girls and skinny girls and bigger girls, and girls you'd be afraid of on the rugby field, and girls who you would never picture on a rugby field. So, like I said, everybody was welcome. It was all kind of people who played sports in high school and just looking for another way to join a team without doing a varsity and having a lot more fun with it. I think it was the first game, and I don't remember who we were playing, but like I said, we were, when the other team got off the bus, and I saw the size of the other team, and the mean look, I guess you could say, we were, I said we didn't win many games, but we had a great time, and I think part of that was that we weren't looking to kill anybody on the field, we're just looking to have a good time. So I think one of the first memories was the first team that got off the bus, and I was like, oh, we have to play them? Like, I think they're gonna kill me. And the other thing was when I learned that you wear the same shirts, that you don't all have your own shirt, and wait, but you just sweated in that shirt and it's dirty, and now I'm gonna put it on. I think that was one of the crazy things, one of the first memories that were crazy. And then I remember another game when we were actually winning. We won our senior year, we won a few games, and that was a memory like, wait, like, what's going on here? We're getting better, I guess. And then it was not soon after we finished playing that they actually got a coach, because they were starting to play better, and I guess we said it was just the team gaining more experience. But one of the other things was we were at a tournament, and one of the girls in the scrum, another girl bit her leg. So that was a little ridiculous. We were just there to have a good time, and and these other girls were sometimes there, very intimidating. I think that was one of the most crazy things, actually, like, on the field, was how intimidating some of the other girls were. And they were mean looking, but.
So, if I were interviewing somebody on a team that played you, they wouldn't say how intimidating the Fairfield girls? No. I said we were very good at cheering. We had a great time. Intimidating, I don't think would have been the word that any other team would have used to describe us. As my parents always told me, we were the best looking team, if nothing else. There you go.
We got points for that.
Yeah. But it did come a time, maybe not in the years you were there, but in the following years, Fairfield had great record.
Yeah, it would have been, I know my sister was the president of the team her senior year, which would have been 2007. And I don't know if they had got Ryan Burge to coach. It would have been, I don't know if it was she got them the junior year or the senior year, but he honestly was a big help because he just, he gave them a little more structure. And like I said, with anything, when you have a coach, you have a little more, I don't know, discipline maybe. And he really taught them the game to a different level. So it made a difference. Like I said, I think just having a coach, and congratulations to the girls now that they kept it up too. Because my sister graduated in 07, we're 13 now, so for 5 years they've been winning. And I know they're very proud of it, so we're all proud of them because it's not easy to win in a rugby game. One of the great things about playing rugby at Fairfield was that from high school playing all these sports, it continued my enjoyment of playing on a team and learning what you gain from playing on a team. Like I said, not just the camaraderie, but the friendships you gain. And when I graduated from Fairfield and went on to my job that I have now, a friend had suggested to join a co-ed league post Fairfield, and it wasn't rugby. We were looking for something a little more casual, so we joined a kickball team. And I think that probably a lot of the reason I had even started to join the kickball team was just from college, knowing how much you gain from a social aspect of playing with different people. And I actually met my husband on my kickball team, so maybe we can contribute that back to Fairfield Rugby sometimes. But yeah, and like I said, a lot of the friends I have now are friends I played rugby with, and like I said, we're still friends to this day, whether we see each other or email each other back and forth. So I mean, I guess the greatest thing I took out of the Fairfield Rugby was the friends that I made. I had lived with one of the girls post-college. She was actually the president of our team, Christy Kuklinski, and I lived with her for 2 years after college. And like I said, some of the friends I have now are girls that I met through playing the rugby team, which, what better you can get out of a sport than great friends forever. Right. And like I said, I still I do ski trips with Erin Fredericks, who did the team. I said Lauren Flanagan was supposed to be here today. So I really made really great friends through the rugby team, which is, if you can take great friends out of anything, then the time was obviously well worth it. I said I really lucked out. I joined the ski team at school because I saw a flyer up in the hall one day, and my friend and I were walking through, and I said, well, do you ski? And she said, yeah. I said, well, I ski, want to give the ski team a shot? And we're like, okay, sure. And the ski team was similar to the rugby team in that it was a very casual atmosphere. On the ski team, even co-ed, so you really got to know a different group of people. And from doing the ski team, one of the girls, Kara, was like, well, Michelle, if you enjoy this, I think you'd really enjoy rugby. And from there, it made a big difference on my time at Fairfield. Just rugby introduces you to so many people you never would have met, and it gives you a whole nother outlook on okay, well, this is here to do, this is something else to do. And like I said, obviously as a freshman or a sophomore, it's so nice to have seniors and juniors who are looking after you, and they're telling you, okay, well, here's a party here, or they're telling you, you know what, take this professor, don't take that professor. They're giving you direction as you go along. And I really don't think at a school you can really get that much direction unless you're getting it, whether it's through a club or it's through an activity where you have older people really looking after you. So like I said, that was a big part of when the class of 04 was juniors and seniors. We knew how much it meant to us to have juniors who help us out. So when it was our turn, you really look after the freshmen. You try and just guide them in the right direction. And because your freshman year of college can be a little bit hectic. You don't know where you are, you don't know where you fit in, and a team's goal is to kind of show you that you fit in somewhere. So, and by having a team of 30-something girls, you're gonna find somebody who you can easily talk to and can help you out anywhere along the way. So it really makes, like I said, Fairfield made my time at Fairfield that much better. I can tell you, made my sister's time at Fairfield that much better. And I think anytime you get to meet a large group of great friends, it was well worth it, and you get a lot from it, a lot from it.